Make money, make money. When shit hit the fan, we'll take money. Southside, be with the best of them. Done shot at the rest of them. Yeah, checks I'm collecting.
All right, so Jacina Love, we're here with executive producer. 50 Cent. I don't even need to say. Legend, icon.
Hey.
Thank you for this. This is something so beautiful from you.
I appreciate you having me. This is great.
And what brings us here today is Raising Kanan.
Right.
Power Book 3.
Yeah, the third book, the second installment. Yeah.
So fire.
It's so cool. The what's the name? Out of the prequels, out of the sequels to the show that's coming, it's the only prequel. It's the only show that is like Kanan as a child. You get a chance to see how he became the guy that you saw in Power.
So crazy. So it's the story of Kanan Stark, right? 15 years old.
Yeah.
Setting is Jamaica Queens.
Yeah, played by Makai Curtis.
Yeah, Makai Curtis. I wanted to get into that with Makai Curtis. What was it? The name that made you choose him for the
No. It wasn't absolutely. You didn't have to be named Curtis to get the job. But he came, and he didn't even know he was coming to test, and he was reading with Bettina Miller, and she kind of she punched him, she was punching him because she came in with all of this. She just was so ready that it's she's a Tony Award winning actress, right. So she come on all the way prepared, ready, and Makai just came to this thing. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be really ready next time." You just trying to come with some shit, But it was fun. I watched them in the early stages. They came in the test, and then I was like, "Yeah, he definitely is gonna work." To be able to do it. And then it was because he had these eyes, he looked like a fighter too. He had the big, the same shit Mike Tyson got going on, the big puffy eyes and shit. Usually it's from getting hit a couple times. But he already had the same look and everything. And then when he got into playing a character, he was smart enough to understand that he wasn't the Kanan that I played.
Yes.
Because that's the end, that's after all the things you go through make you who you are.
That's right.
And after his experience, the traumas, the things that he went through, he turns into that guy. But you see him and you get a chance to experience his loss of innocence.
Man, I gotta get into the way you're really producing this and writing it. That's good. That's coming a little later. Let's get into Jamaica Queens. The fact that going back home,
right?
What were the advantages and the disadvantages of filming?
I feel excitement from them from when they're actually filming and people saying, "Yo, the trailers, everything is down," because they've in basic projects at the time, so the trailers is all over the place, and they feel the production down there. And then when they get a chance to see it on TV, they're gonna turn up for real. It's just a neighborhood.
That's so beautiful.
It's so cool to be able to do it.
And some of the struggles that you went through back then, talk to us about Jamaica Queens during that time.
Yeah, we didn't have much. I grew up with my grandparents. Cause my mom, she got killed when I was 8 years old. I had to live with them full time, and I went and stayed with them. And it was we was living on my grandfather's income. So he was real old fashioned. He's representation of tradition for me. Right. So he would just come and give my grandmother this check. And I never understood that. Growing up, I was like, "You just gonna give her the whole check?" He was like, "Yeah, what's the matter with you?" And then later, as an adult, he'll tell me, he said, "You couldn't see it and you won't understand it because you was a baby." He said, "But when I gave your mama the check, he said, when I gave your mama the check, it stopped her from looking at things I couldn't give her. Because she was aware of what was really there. It made my responsibilities her responsibilities. So she had to pay the bills. And because she was paying the bills, she knew she may require some black pumps because when we look good, we feel good.
That's right.
But she may not necessarily have to have red on the bottom. It may not have to be Christian Louboutin, the expensive ones. It may just have to be nice black pumps for her to wear. If she knows what financially you can bear, she don't feel deprived because she can't have them at that point. If you're being frugal for us, then you're saying, "No, I don't need those right now." You crazy? No, I don't need that. I'll get a pair of these or something else that's there, but they look nice, same 6-inch shields and stuff, but they're not Christian Louboutins, and just give me those. I'll be fine with that. And if you understand where you're at financially, you make the logical decision.
That's right.
Versus if you didn't have an understanding because he was handling things, then you could feel deprived. You could feel like there's something else out there that you're not experiencing.
Super genius.
Seeing other
He
people.
looked at it and analyzed that. And going into the story of Raising Kanan, the fact that it's the single mother,
Right.
right? Raising him. I'm
Yep.
hearing that story about grandma. And he wasn't single, but
Yeah.
just seeing the struggles, right? Because my grandma raised me too, my grandparents, and it's seeing that struggle that you see grandpa going to the store every day, doing his thing in the business, grandma running the situation. So
With a single mom, and I think it's like that anyway for mom versus the dad. When it's a male child, mommy's everything. You know what I mean? And it's almost, look, if I had a female child, the female I'm involved with has to reprimand her because I'm not going to be any help in that area because she's my princess. This is my baby. I'm not going to, come here. Leave my baby alone. I don't care what she did. She set the house on fire. I don't care. Leave my baby alone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, the little girl, I'm just going to just pound because then finally she is me, right? So, you know, if we've had these relationships where at points we're unsure, no matter what you've invested in them, that it's going to still be there. She would still be me regardlessly. So this is why when a guy has the daughter, he can put anything on. Like now I can buy all the shoes that you wanted. What you want, Diamond? You want that? You want the diamond necklace? You could get that right now. Come on. You put the necklace too big for her. But you put it on her neck because you're like, no, I'll get it to my baby.
no, the baby gonna get
You do that because that relationship is not gonna change. She's gonna forever. You're gonna be a dad. Forever, she's gonna be your baby. You know, but the woman, she could decide later. Lord knows how long this is not fulfilling enough, and she's on her way in a different direction, and you feel like she just went left on you. Yeah, but you know that's there. That could happen.
So, the way you talk about everything, getting back to the cast, you know, we spoke about Makai Curtis. Now we're seeing, I mean, you've created all-star cast.
Yeah,
Whether it was something that we didn't know the artist, when, you know, the actor, when he came in,
there
we
will be.
know him now,
Yeah.
you know? But now we're dealing with a little all-star kind of cast,
Nah,
right?
this is, it feels like the stars lined up for me on Raising Kanan. Omar Epps, he's always delivered. Like Omar Epps. Tina Miller, Tony Award-winning actor. Got Joey.
Quincy.
Got Joey Badass.
Joey Badass.
Oscar Award-winning talent. You know, he won a short for Distant Strangers, and he's getting ready to show them his long-form performance in Raising Kanan. So they're gonna see that he's the real deal. He's sharp out here right now. And Quincy did his thing. You know, there's so many cool people in it.
Any surprises?
Huh? Always go.
You saw his face.
Yeah, some surprises. We got some surprises for you. Yeah, like it's certain things that you know they give me the messaging points and they say don't say this and don't say that and don't say this. So I can't give everything up.
So talking about surprises and not being able to give the stuff up, let's kill the rumor about Kane Tahira being Kanan's. That's not.
Oh no, that's not.
Okay, that's not it.
I think that was a mistake. I think the name Kane was too close to Kane.
Why you do that to us? Like,
Yeah, it was a mistake.
A psyche there.
I think that was Courtney Kemp. She messed that up. That was too close. Kane to Kanan, and the role that he's playing is close. When Wood is playing the Kane character, when he's like, yo, when he's confused, when he's not sure if he's playing Kanan or not,
that's what you know is it.
yeah, somebody fucked up, right? You know what I mean? Like his name should have just been something different, and it wouldn't have been so confusing. But he's.
And I think it's too the way everybody thinks. Like everybody's thinking for you, right?
Yeah.
The way everything has been full circle with these shows, right? At the end, there's a connection everywhere. So they're like, oh, there's a connection here.
Yeah.
This is gonna connect in it, but it's not. All right, guys, it's not.
Yeah, as far as the what's the name is continuing. It's a continuation. You know how, like you cut the weeds, new weeds grow.
That's right.
You know, like the neighborhood, they do a sweep and there'll be new people on the corner shortly after. You know, because it's the opportunity that just opened up. They go out there and they take the chances. We take risks
That's right.
at points, you know.
And am I gonna to see a young Ghost and Tommy in
Young
this?
Ghost.
I
Potentially
miss Ghost.
later, yeah, you
Look
will
at
see
me, I miss Ghost.
a version. Probably not the same guy. It'll be a younger version of him. So you won't quite feel like he's back, you know. But there wasn't any. There's potential that you'll see young Tommy, young Ghost, and Breeze, because you already showed you the relationship between Kanan and Jukebox, the economic roles of character and power. Yeah.
So, the song, right? Part of the game.
Right.
NLE, Chopper, featuring on it. How did
And-
that come about?
And Riding Lanes. That
Yes.
joint. Well, when you try to find something that mirrors the time period in the '90s, R&B music was more prominent at that point. You know what I'm saying? And for the environment, something like Kenny Burke's "Rising to the Top" would be the right thing that matches what was going on in the time frame. Because we produced. Like, I come from hustlers. Like, that's what it was about. If there was no financial motivation connected to it, we wasn't involved in that. Like, now the things that they're doing is a little different. Like, the little homies would tell you, yo, you ain't got no bodies. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Yo, they on some gang shit for real. I'm like, yo, now you ain't got no bodies. I'm like, you killing niggas? For what? You ain't got new sneakers. You ain't even got new sneakers on. What you kill them for? They doing shit for recreational purposes right now. Like,
Same.
wow. But I look at it and go, it's a little different because it was always financial motivation. It was always making it to a better life is the actual goal, you know? So that's how I could get with the hustling energy, and that was a part of the street and what they would call gangster mentality in the early stages. Now it's a little different. It's about actually being in a gang and whatever your role is in that.
It's kind of confusing now if you ask me, but yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I watch them. Like, it's a little different. Like, you
Yeah.
see the things that they're attracted to
Yep.
are a little different, you
A
know?
lot different. Yeah. Times has done changed.
Yeah.
So, we had a Kanan tape,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, Kane
Kind of
take
crazy. First of all, when that theme song for Power,
Okay, yeah, it worked. Really worked.
oh my God, when you changed it, I was one of the ones that would type.
Yeah, it was fucked up. It was fucked up. Yeah, you make mistakes. Everybody make
When
mistakes.
I saw 2 weeks later you put it back, I said, and I went to Twitter and everything, I said, okay, he listened to the
Yo,
people
listen,
and
yeah,
put
yeah.
it back.
It was no reason to argue. What's wrong with me
So
about
is there a soundtrack coming out with all
it? Was
this?
working. Was the song working?
It was, oh my God, I love the song.
The Trey Songz version was going up the charts. And then I go, well, I'm fighting with them though. For if they want that one, just give them that one.
Yeah.
They put it back, and I put it back on the show.
And sometimes that completes. It's like, think back to, all those shows from back in the days.
Yeah, like-
and
Ain't nobody changed the song from Sanford to Son.
Exactly.
I didn't think about that before I changed the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was looking at it like, yo, I got a new idea. Trey sitting right here. Trey, sing this. Do this. We're gonna do this one. And yo, this is gonna be hot. We're gonna put this on the show when he come back. And they was like, nah, we want it back the other way.
Yeah.
And I just put it back. You know, like I thought it was cool. Like the youth, the younger audience would be attracted to me and Trey Songz versus me and Joe. And I was right, but it was the wrong timing to do that. You know, so I put it back, you know. But this in Raising Kanan, we did with Riding Lanes in NLE. I had met NLE before that, and he was in my office. I met him in the office, we talked a little bit. And then he has since built himself even further, built up more. And I was like, see, he's on the edge of breaking at that point. And I was like, that'd be cool. Put me established artists at the front, and then put the new artists they're both getting ready to break, both him and Riley. So it's a cool chemistry, and it worked. It did,
Is there a soundtrack coming for all of this? For
For-
Raising Kanan?
there's so many things.
Genius.
I gotta look another record coming from off of the BMF soundtrack.
Yes.
BMF will have a whole musical soundtrack connected to that one. Yeah, so
That's super
it's
fun.
different. There's so many people connected. That story is connected culturally, BMF. So you'll see more involvement from other artists. Like I got 42 Doug, him and he already sent something. Him and Jeezy on the record. I like it with 42 Doug though. You don't really need Jeezy, you just need 42 Doug. I'm just trying to convince him to take that nigga off the record and just rock, because his shit is hot. Like, the other shit, we can do without that shit.
I agree. Oh, yeah. All right, so I have to ask. The psyche that goes behind, the psychological, the way you write. From Tyreek, bro, if I seen him in the street at the time when the first part I was gonna hurt him, how you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a great actor. He was able to, you know, he totally hit what he was, but I feel there's something genius behind what you're writing there. The Tommy, Ghost, now we see Kanan. What gets you into that mode of writing? You've always written, right? I feel like we still live in Get Rich or Die Trying. Like this is a whole.
This is the Get Rich or Die Trying universe. But look at this. Look, this is the whole. A big part of it is it's not me actually writing. Like Courtney Kemp is an amazing writer, right? She, like Sasha Penn. Sasha Penn is the writer showrunner for Raising Kanan. You can tell them a story and they'll go, wait, say that again? And that piece right there, they're going to take it and you'll see it show up in the series. You know what I'm saying? And everything else that was there, they heard it, but it didn't strike them as something significant enough for them to put it in the story. So they take the coolest pieces of things that you said and work them into the story. And when it comes out, it just feels great because I tell them, look, you got to be comfortable carrying a baby for 9 months, and then when it's born, it's my baby. Because publicly, people feel like it's my shit, like it's 50's show. So, and them feeling like that is why they're tuning in. So if you turn that off, your shit is like everybody else's shit that's in the streaming, and it probably is not going to be a hit. Some of the shit that came out was decent, it was cool, but it didn't have anything to drive people's eyeballs to it, to make them interested in it enough to go check it out. And if they had the right person or the right source driving that attention, they would have probably did better, or did, you know.
Yeah, totally. Because it's definitely the relevantness of just the way we all see 50 and everything.
Yeah, no, like, this shit is FUBU. This is for us by us.
That's right.
You know, like you look. Nobody in music has developed a television production career. Like, none of them have been able to consistently make things that, television shows and things that are up to standard. Like, Master P was probably first in film, like, that was making his own shit like that, but he didn't keep the quality up. He sacrificed it when he knew that he would do the same numbers, whether he did it on a camcorder or if he did it on professional film. So he did his thing, but he explored it first, you know, and then when you follow up behind that, I just make sure the grade quality of it is up to standard, so I don't lose the audience at any point.
Nah, we're there. You got us plugged. So July 18th, STARZ, Raising Kanan, Power Book 3. I mean, I'm so excited about
I'm excited too, man. I can't wait for it to come on so everybody can get a chance to check it out.
And I'm not just being cute about it, like, no, I'm sincerely so excited about this. You are really killing it out there. Yo, I can't wait, and I think it's an amazing opportunity.
I appreciate it.
Ma, I want to help you. Get me started in the business.
The streets don't play, Kanan. That's what I keep trying to tell you. But you don't want to hear me, though.
Come on, man.
This is my story. This is the Southside Jamaica Queens story.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. You said you was gonna get me involved.
You pull that trigger, you in it.
Listen to the bass go boom.
You can't afford the war right now, Rock.
I ain't getting on my knees, Nick. Not for you or no man.
You still in training. Time to put them reps in.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna take this city, bitty world by
wanted to be in it, you in it.
Make money, make money. When shit hit the fan, we'll take money. Southside, be with the best of them. Done shot at the rest of them. Yeah, checks I'm collecting.